Everybody, welcome back to Rusty Gears Season 3, Episode 56 with me, Sid, where I am excavating. I've been trying to think, every way that I try to think of describing what I'm doing here always turns into some double entendre in my head, and I can't help it. I've tried to talk about it, thought, I'm enlarging Shino's hole. No, that doesn't work. There's no way of saying that. So we're excavating in the mob farm hole that Shino is doing, and we've now got all of this side done, and all this is the end of it to get all of this side done, and I've kind of been slicing out this side a little bit more creatively, just to make it so I'm not doing these huge long strips of excavation down here. This is, it's actually very it's very cathartic doing this kind of way, just plodding along, doing something which doesn't really require any great amount of effort to think about, or nothing creative about it. It's just shifting a whole bunch of chunks of stone to make a gaping great hole in the ground. And that is, really it. It doesn't get much simpler than I'm just making a big hole in the ground. So I have tidied all of the storage up upstairs, and I'll show you. I'm going to show you this, but I just want to get this last bit out, because then we've got two sides completely stripped out. I don't think anybody on the server is ever going to have any significant demand for andesite again. Ever. Given, and if you watch any of the other gears, you'll know that the talk of Season 3 coming to an end is starting. I think we are still some way away from the end. What are we in now? July. Season 3 started in November, so I think, reasonably, depending on when Shino runs the server too. But I think Season 3 has got a couple more months in it, maybe a little bit longer, who knows. I've still got plans. But anyway, let us just go up here and let me show you. This is a 10 by 10 grid of pallets. So each layer of these, that's 400 pallets plus what we've got here. Now, where I get odd mismatched pieces, I am making sure that they are the same height, because these are typically around about 200 or so stone in each one. So, but it just keeps it nice and smooth if we just keep going like this. And then anything that I've got that doesn't allow me to place a hole, that thing. So that is a lot of stone. That's 100 per layer, and each one is 200. So that's what, 20,000 blocks over per layer of stone there. And we've still got a fair amount to go. We've got all of this. Now I'll be honest, this would not be possible without the angel belt. This kind of, actually no, it's not strictly speaking true. Of course it would be possible without the angel belt. It would be significantly more difficult without the angel belt. It's probably the way to describe it. And significantly more dangerous. When it gets dark down here, the floor down there becomes very unsafe. So yeah, it's something we're going. Will we? I think I'll be interested to see how well it works. I did think about doing my own drifter farm. And at some point I would still like to do a drifter farm, but I'm interested to see how Shino's goes, because I've got a kind of a design in my mind which, well, requires a damn sight less excavation for starters. It's probably less efficient. Shino's dug into the code and knows, knows how the drifter spawning rules work and all of that good stuff, whereas I haven't. I'm just kind of going, let's do this and we'll get there. And if a drifter spawns somewhere else and it takes up some of the mob caps, so be it, But I've got some ideas. Mine involves ladders. Ladders and trapdoors. As long as trapdoors are set, we have the mod that allows you to climb on trapdoors. They will work just as well. And I think I can come up with a system that will filter the drifters into a killing pit, but I may save that for season 4, because I don't think there's a great deal of point in putting a lot of effort into a farm like that when the end is in sight, shall we say. So, however, we're not just doing that this episode. I am going to finish off this lot of stairs, and then I will see you back at my base. See you in a bit. Alright, yeah, I just thought we'd have one more look at the giant block of stone. Getting there steadily. I know Shino's going to be on later mining as well, so, yeah, a couple of dungeons, one there, one there. I did encounter a bell down in that cave down there, but, there's still enough space here to encounter some stuff, definitely. So that is that. So what is the plans for today? Well, there's 3 things on my agenda right now. 4 things technically, I suppose. One is my armour is getting a little bit tatty. And to be fair, I think I need to upgrade. There's a cat outside my door. But judging by the meowing, it's Cromwell. In fact, let me just go and grab him. I'll get him back in a moment. Alright, that's the window buffet refilled. So, first thing on my mind, bees. We set up this little bee garden, and I have brought down the frame, and I've laid out a space where I want to build myself a bee hut. Now these are all full. I also would like to have another beehive here, so that's the thing. And obviously we've got all of these fruit trees here, so that's first thing on my mind. The second thing, sorry, I've got a bit of a runny nose. I think the allergies are starting, which is odd because I don't normally suffer with allergies. But anyway, the second thing is going to be, hopefully, what did I do with that? Where did I make it? I must have... did I make it down here? Yes. Clear gold glazing. Now, the question is, what to actually make. Now, these things take 12 litres. I can only get 4 out of that, which is not a lot. These take 3 litres each, so I can put 10 of them in for 30 litres and a bit more. The mugs take 1 litre each. I think we could definitely go and do a little bit of that. So I think we need to go with some bowls. So let me go and get 10. Let me get some stuff made up. I'm going to need bowls. And 10, 20, sorry, 10, 4, 8, 12, maths, 16, 20, 24, 28, 29, 30. That should be easy enough. I'm just going to I'm going to do these on auto. I think they're not particularly complicated, so we'll go there, I think, on this one. And the third thing, which before I get carried away, third and potentially fourth thing is I currently have got, let me just get into my bedroom, I currently have got a swoot of chain armour. Yes, chain armour, Cromwell. He's very vocal. He's probably one of the most vocal cats I've ever had. And you know, there you go, chain armour, blah blah blah. This is what we wore for the thing, for the Resonance Archive. I have also in my inventory a lot, I mean, and a lot of meteoric iron. Now I could go steel. I could probably even manage steel. I've got enough, but I don't really want to. So I think we're going to make myself some meteoric iron chainmail. And the reason for meteoric iron chainmail is I need an armory. Now this was my thoughts of where to place an armory. I don't think so. I think we're going to go better. Because the piece that I have been promising for a while is a use for this area over here. And specifically, if we forget this, that, now, don't pull down it, is the tower that I want to put facing out over here. And I think this space over here would make an excellent armory. So I'm going to try, definitely bee hut. Definitely get some glazing going. That's one thing we need to do. And then I'm going to try and maybe to make a start, if not a finish, on that bit of the extension. And if we don't make that this time, we'll make it next time. So that's the plan. And the first thing we need to do, because it takes the process, it's a time-based process in much the same way of all of these things are. You know, we have to set this running and then wait while it fires, and then we're going to put it in the thing, and we're going to have to wait while it soaks, and then we're going to have to take it out and wait while it dries, and then we're going to have to put it in the kiln and wait while it fires. All of those, obviously, time, and therefore what you need to do, like with all of these things, is get the process running, and then they have something else to be doing while it's running. And that's the secret. That's the secret of how to play Terra Firma Craft. It's the secret of how to play Vintage Story. Always make your time optimal. Unless, of course, you like wasting time, in which case, you know, fill your boots. So, I'll be back in a bit. I have just, of course, realised that I got carried away here. By the way, this is the quick way of doing it. Fill them in with the clone tool and then just knock out the 3x3 in the middle. But I've just realised that bowls take 3 litres of glaze, which is utterly ludicrous. And again, I disagree with the... Oh, damn it. I disagree with the quantities used for this one. You know, glazing is a process which doesn't use a lot of glaze per usage. But, you know, if we fire that into that and then we glaze it into, doesn't really matter, it's 3. So I actually only want 10 of these. I'm going to cook 30 anyway, because, should I be 10 there? But if I do, hang on, let me just be clever about this, maybe. That's a flower pot. Don't want flower pots. I want 20 of those. Now these only stack to 16, I think. So we're going to find that this is very limiting quickly, but the cups, gold cups, it will give me the maximum volume of material, of items for the glaze we've got. because that glaze wasn't cheap. You know, it's not gold coloured, it is gold. Right, we need to... Yeah, that way around, okay. Once you've figured out the orientation of your 2x2, it's actually relatively quickly to use the tools. So yeah, that was a thing, but we'll... Oops. Again, the quick way I find is to build it well. That's if you manage to not cock up like I am doing, and I don't normally miss this badly. He says it doesn't matter if you go over the edge because it won't go anywhere, but and then you can just do the copy on these once you've boop 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 and a boopage all the way down there, missing as much as possible for comedic value. Honest, this is deliberate. If you believe that, you'll believe anything. Yeah, so that's probably the quickest. And you do, I think, when you start doing with the clay forming and the napping and stuff, you do kind of learn to optimize your processes to do as much as possible. The shingles are an utter pain. They're soul destroying almost to build, but they are worthwhile. And again, once you've optimized yourself, you're good. Now, the question is, you can only put 16 in at a time, that's fine, but let's start off with these. So I want 10 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll cook more, but see how these... That's 6, 7, 8, 10, 14, oh hello. Well, we'll do the lot and 2 more of those bowls just to be on the safe side. It's a shame there isn't a shelving block, which would be, again, an element of realism in the mod, because that's how these... Oh, hello. That's how these work. You put them in and you have ceramic refractory shells which don't go. Anyway, they're cooking. That's fine. These can just go in there for later. And let us get on with the bee hut. So I'm going to grab myself a few basic materials. I'll be back in a second. Alright, so bee hut. This tree is going to lose some leaves. This tree might lose some leaves. This one will be probably okay. We're going to take you out of here, and I'm going to, if I can, no, I'm going to place you down there. So we're going to start off here with 1, 2, and let's start off with 2 for now. We can always go higher if we need to. And the reason for that is we are going to chisel. This is going to be a heavily chiseled piece of work. And I want this to be... That will be smaller still, but how I'm gonna do the Roof is going to be interesting, having done that, but it is at least even, so that's going to make life a bit easier. And then we're going to drop down and we're going to make you kind of like that. And the same over here. Damn it. And like that. Now, is 2 going to be tall enough? I don't know. I may need to go 3 high yet, but we'll see. But I want to give this a kind of a dimensionality to it, as like it's a wooden shed. And I mean, it's a shed, you know, let's not get overly excited about this. It's not going to be things. We're going to add to you. Actually, no, I'm not going to add to you, am I? Already have now, but it's too late. But it doesn't matter because the actual walls are going like this, and that gives me some directionality to my planks, which is good. Oh, I've run out of, that's why. Okay, I can fix that. But this is going to go, wow, there's a lot of walls over there. Like so. I'll come to the other one in a moment. Oops, hello. And you know, the actual easier way of doing this would be to use my planer, wouldn't it? So yeah, this basically. So that's your start, and you know, I'll continue on with this, work it in, we'll get the we'll make it look good. And then once we've got that bit done, the next bit will be, you know, to get a roof on it. It's going to be a really simple shed, but simple I think is what we need for this space, because these trees are growing up. You know, it's nicely decorated, and we can go and take the super off, and we'll put that down, and we'll take the well, actually that's the brute box. Then we'll take a super off, we'll bring it into here, we'll get the thing in, put the super back, blah blah blah. Yeah, and we'll continue extending these up as well. Now, I'm not entirely sure, but I think you can mix and match your supers and brood boxes actually. So I might actually try for some different shades in here. I mean, it's a little bit late for the brood boxes because we've got them all the same. So I might do the brood boxes the same, but if we mix and match the supers, that could be interesting. But let me go and grab some timber. I'll be back in a bit. Alright, well, on the face of it, that's it. It's pretty straightforward. However, move you over there. There's still plenty to do in here, and obviously all of these blocks are placeable, so that's pretty important. First things first, this roof. This roof definitely needs a little je ne sais quoi. Possibly now the only problem I can see here is, I can foresee here I should say, apart from the fact that I've left a gap, is there might not be enough material in this to actually do much with, because these are slabs. So maybe I need to be a little bit more sensible about this. Maybe I need to come out like you to there, and then that should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And there still might not be enough once you get rid of all of the gappy bits in the middle. Or do I come out 1, 2, 3, 4 and call it a that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's right. I mean, that's one way of filling in the gaps, isn't it? If we've got enough. And it just gives it a little bit of three-dimensionality. Now we could, I suspect, shape this even more. And that kind of works. So let me grab you. Mirror. Gives it something, doesn't it? And then we'll... No, that was not what I wanted to do. Let's take you... Put you there. Mirror. Mirror. Yeah, you can see just how powerful these chisel tools are. They're, oops, hello. But I think something more like that might be just a little bit more decorative. And obviously I could have put different colours in, but it is at the heart of it all a bee hut. So how decorative do we want to get? However, I do want to get a little bit decorative. I want to strip out some planks in places. Not as much as perhaps on the flying pig. That was perhaps, but that would perhaps be a little too much. But you know, we can just give it a little bit of a weathering. You can get the Oh, hello. Haven't seen one of you for a while. I get two at once. That's I mean, I see them regular in the caves, and obviously regular on the big excavation site, but not so much out here. Yeah, so a little bit of weathering around the place, and then we'll continue on. This does need to be a window, however, and I think perhaps a window over here maybe as well. So I'm going to have to come up with something for that design on top of all of that. So that's going to be fun. So yeah, let me continue. I'll be back in a bit. Alright, we've got the first layer of cosmetics in, so I've taken out a few planks, a few cracks here, cracks there, giving it a really dodgy old door, some windows, a bit of brown glass, dirty brown glass, a bit more plankage up there, a little bit more plankage around there. That's all good. You come inside, there's a lantern, and we've got a couple of beams. And at that point, my pottery has completed, so I need to grab those, and all of those, and we can pop those away. Now, here is the fun bit, and I use the word fun loosely. Those both are empty, so we'll use those. I wanted 10 of those, and I want these. So 10 of those is 30 litres of glazing. 16 of those is 16 litres of glaze, and 4 of those is 4 litres of glaze. So I was showing Candy how to do this the other night, because the problem with this is you have to use exact quantities, he says. What's going on here? I don't know. That's 30 litres of clear glaze. That's 4 litres, and that will go in. There might be an issue here, and the issue might be I used the wrong clay. I used the wrong clay. Oh well, any deranged halfwit could make the same mistake. Let me correct it. I'll be back in a short while. Alright, I think we're almost there. I've got a few barrels around the place. It's cluttered, but this is by design. I'm just going to throw a few cobwebs up just to give it that cluttered, cobwebby feel. Now, I have got in my bee stuff, apart from some honey, which we need to squeeze. I've got my walnut and my oak. My Langstroths are walnut lids with oak things and walnut things, so that's fine. But I will need wax, so let me squeeze this honey into this barrel. I'm not sure about that barrel being on the bench, but it doesn't really matter. It's largely immaterial, because we're going to wax 32 of these acacia boards, and then we're going to wax 32 linen, and I'm going to make a new Langstroth hive top for the top one, and that's going to be the same. It's going to be walnut and oak, but I'm going to try and mix up the frames and the hives themselves, the supers, which is, if anybody who does beekeeping will know, they're the bits that the oh, hang on, why are you not going? So if I go in here, we can drop you in, and then we can stick in 32 of those and seal. So that one's off, and then we'll do these, and that's 6 point. Oh, I'm going to need to get another one going. That's going to fill up otherwise, but that's fine. We've got plenty. And then we'll wax the linen for the frames. And then we can actually start processing up our existing, well, I think we need to make the next hive, or at least start making the next hive, so I can start putting bits in. And for that I am going to go and need to go and borrow a skep somewhere. I may actually stick a skep somewhere in here, just sitting on the side, which is, there is a risk, well actually no, with Langstroth hives there is no risk of it becoming populated. So yeah, we can stick that in as a decorative item, I think. But what we need to do is squeeze out some honey, get the old honey going, and then we'll borrow this one here. So we'll stick the wax in there, and then we'll stick you in there, and we will seal it. So that's that going, that's that going. I need to go and have a look at those, and I want to make a brood box. Let me just go and put this. They're weird, these, because if I look at this in any other way, so the walnut needs to be those two, and then I need 2, 4 of those, and 2, 4 of those. Which I'll put it into the correct orientation so I don't make a mistake. I also need my hammer, so I'm going to need to stick my box down and grab a hammer, and I think it was that, wasn't it? So that's the brood box top. Right, then what do we need? So that we obtain by breaking. This is created by mouse with a Langstroth super with no bee frames in it and a brood box tops in the same combination of colours. So then we need to do a super. And that needs to be 2 with that in the middle. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2. I think that's right. Is there a hammer involved? There is. Is that right? I'm fairly certain it is. But we do need to drop it, and I need to remove that. You are going to come up into there, and we're going to place you down, and matching brood box top. That's right, isn't it? Yes. Yes. Open, close. I've definitely got a matching brood box top. That is oak walnut. And I can't see what that is. Okay, right. Let's just... I don't think this is right, but... 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Oh, hang on. No, it's a bit more than that, isn't it? 1, 2. Hammer. Oak walnut, oak walnut. Am I just cocked up again? Luckily this is, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Walnut oak. Okay. Fine. That's the thing. We need to go and place this ready, but it's not. Interesting. Yeah, I see what I've done. I made the thing the other way around. That's fine then. That's fine. But we will... I really don't want to hold on to these just because they're going to be a pain if I keep them. Right, we need to make the base, which I would say, well, it looks to be walnut legs. So let's have a look. Langstrath base. Walnut logs with whatever the other one is. Oak. We go and grab some walnut then. I only need one base, so that should be relatively straightforward. And I can't remember now. 6 of the other ones, so 1, 2. So I think it's that. No? Was it stripped? Oh no, it's 4. Okay, fine. Do it the hard way. That's still cooking anyway, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's a lot. I mean, that's whole logs. Oh no. Let's get this the right way. That looks right. Oh, yeah. I hate this insistence of everything going into your backpack slots. As if this isn't hard enough without that. Right, and then I'm going to need, well, I'm going to need a super, so let us put that away along with those sticks for now. Let's strip you off, put you down, strip you off, put you down, open you up, now I believe I can take them all out in one go, and then if I do that it'll automatically fill them for me, and then I can just go boop, 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 boop. And there you go, 26 honey. On the way, and then then if we go back over here, these should be, yeah, they've got durability of 29 out of 32. They've still got plenty of life left in them. Oh, he's 6.5, yeah, it's alright. I was reading that as an early fall, and I don't know why I was reading it as an early fall. But we can take you, pop you down, and pop you on. So it does mix and match. That's useful to know. I'm going to empty this one as well while we're at it, just because, and then we can have this work, the bees already working. I'll go and get the beehive, which is going to go into that in a moment. I'm also going to need a new knife at this rate, aren't I? Wow, type what on there? Only 27 out of that one. Only, it says. Right. I need to repeat this for all of the supers anyway. Bees are scouting for flowers. Now this one has got no bees, so that's the next thing I need to do. I'm going to go and grab myself a beehive. I'll be back in a moment. Alright, well that's finished. So those bees are going. I've got to do the others, but we need to make more supers for these. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to put 2 on. And I think you can have either 3 or 4. Oh, there you go. Population large. That's finished scouting there. Busy scouting. These are obviously full. However, the furnace has just, well, kiln, sorry, not furnace. The kiln has just finished, so we can get on with the expensive pottery. I also did, I had a bit of spare space, and you know, I went and did the a couple of those while I was at it, so that should give me. But what's the difference? Oh, this is going to get annoying, isn't it? Are you telling me that those are different to those? Oh, they are. Somehow, those are different to those. Okay, not a problem. Not a problem. I will go, and that's 3 8s, 24. So we need to take out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because otherwise that won't work. So if I put the 8 in, it should seal. No? Oh, you swine. Okay, let's just come over here. We've got 16. Let's put 16 of... Oh, this is starting to get annoying now. Obtained vibration, so fire cloth. I've just done this. We just did this particular thing. It should work. Clear gold. Glazing. Clear gold. Created by mixing gold frit with clear glaze base, which we've done, and then you put, now this has to be a fired one, it's not. getting annoyed with this, I tell you. It is a really weird mod. Really weird. And I cannot, sometimes it really does push to the limit. I mean, that won't even go into that barrel. So how the hell are you supposed to get a gold glazed mug? How? Now we've done it, we've successfully damp glaze 1 litre of clear glaze in a barrel with a fire clay mug, which is cooking a raw fire clay mug. So it's there, but it does actually say a normal fire clay mug as well. It's supposed to work with both. Okay. I'm going to get mad yet. I'm getting annoyed, I'll be honest. Especially considering that the gold glaze is not the cheapest thing in the bloody world. Let's take 10 of those. And let's take 10 of those. Each of these should work with a bucket full of that in a barrel. Should work. "10 litres of glaze." It's not even taking. It's not even taking it. Do I want to waste my time faffing around with, say, I don't know, a planter? What do you think? I can stick a planter in. Got one. There, look. There's a whole planter. I think that's the only planter I have. Now, planter is... hang on. It doesn't really matter. It's 12 litres, so that's 10. That's 12. Goes fine. Something to do with those mugs, I think. Oh well, we'll do that for now. I will need to cook up some more other pots, some pots or something, some plant pots, I think. And we've got a while left on that. I'm going to pot around, keep myself busy, and yeah, I shall be back in a short while. Alright, well, I just realised I've been recording for 54 minutes, which seems like an awful lot. I may have not terminated one of my recording sessions, in which case this might be a shorter episode, but typically it's things. But I'm happy. We've got a bee hut. We've got that. We've got some stuff going on with the glaze, although I am very annoyed at that pottery with the mugs and things. That was just... this stuff is just infuriating, and I don't know why that isn't working. But at least we're using the gold glaze for something, so I will, between episodes, make myself some pots, and we'll see what we end where we end up with on those. But next episode, we'll try and get on with that armory area and maybe a bit of this, and I'll possibly add a few supers to these in the meantime. We've got plenty. We've got enough for 3 and a bit supers there. We need more if we want to do more. But we're waiting on this really. So until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys. Apologies if I rambled on a little bit, and yeah, I will see you soon. Bye for now.